Welcome to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you're a fan of Duke the Jeweler. We got some breaking news for everybody. If you're a fan of Duke the Jeweler, man, I want y'all to let me know if y'all from Chicago or let me know where y'all from. Let me know what city y'all from. The Fed said that once they received the information from HPD, everything led back to the footage that was recording everybody who was going in and out that dice game. Now, we know that Duke the Jeweler came out there. He was out there with somebody, but when he went to that dice game, whoever was recording him, they knew Boosie. They was paid to keep their mouth closed. And everybody who thought that Boosie name wasn't gonna get brought up in it, the feds is saying that Boosie paid $1 million. So at the end of the day, they should have never put themselves in this situation. They said that the dude that was right across from Duke the Jeweler, that was the main one. That's the dude who kept looking at him the whole time. Once you put yourself on the forefront and make it to where you be the hitter or the hitman for anybody, you be the one that get took down before everybody. Duke the Jeweler went out there with his bags. They didn't think that Duke the Jeweler family was gonna come back and get answers. Duke the Jeweler, he ain't deserve to go out like that. Once Duke the Jeweler went out there, he knew somebody was gonna be on his side because he came out there for Boosie. He ain't come out there for nobody else. And everybody from Houston, they saying that Boosie, he made himself look guilty. If he would have never even came out there and said that the dude that was with him, he don't need to steal nothing from nobody. If he would have never said that and said, man, he walked to the parking lot by himself and all that, if he would have never did that, it would have never came back on him. And mob ties, them the main ones who was majority at that dice game, and them the ones that was losing their money. But a lot of people thought that the way that Duke the Jeweler had them people in his corner, they was right behind him the whole time. They knew that Boosie invited him over there, but once Boosie invited him over there, that was the worst decision he ever could have did, because they got the text messages and the phone records. Boosie was behind him the whole time. Boosie kept whistling. If Boosie wouldn't have never whistled, the dude across from him wouldn't have never been on point like that, like as if he wanted to keep pocket watching and watch Duke pockets. Come on now. Duke the Jeweler ain't deserve to go out like that. He came out there for one reason, to sell the jewelry. He ain't even have to do that. But everybody know, once you go somewhere, especially Houston, you see what happened to all the rest of them. Duke the Jeweler never checked in. If he would have checked in, it would have ended a whole totally different way, because he would have paid J. Prince Jr. He would have paid everybody who he needed to pay, because Duke the Jeweler had money. Duke the Jeweler had his own money when he went out there. Once they started shooting 50s and 100s, that's when everything got hectic, because half the people that was out there, them the people who really ain't even had no money. J. Prince Jr. and Boosie was the only ones who really had all the money. But Boosie already knew J. Prince Jr., he was gonna, you feel me? He was gonna ask Duke what he need to ask him about checking in. But if Duke the Jeweler ain't check in, what you think would have happened out of that? Duke the Jeweler was one of the main ones he was in the background, man. He didn't think that they was gonna try to pull that on him. Man, R.I.P. Duke the Jeweler, man. Regardless of how they felt about it, man, hit the like button if you feel that they set Duke the Jeweler up, man. The same dude that's right there. You see dude right there? That's the dude, right? That's the dude they said ran outside, the one who rubbing his eye. You see him trying to act like he don't know what's going on, but him and Boosie nephew got on the same chains. All on with the same people. We know how the streets is, and the streets don't love nobody. For a lot of people, once they go to Houston, They don't get caught up in stuff like that. They don't have to worry about checking in. They don't have to worry about seeing Jay Prince Jr. and Jay Prince and seeing if they gonna allow them to come to their city. No. This is why they said, oh girl, she was the one that went to HPD. This what made them start investigating mob ties. They start looking at it like, okay, Boosie invited him over there, but Boosie wasn't the one that did it. So they instantly cut Boosie name up out of the whole thing. They looking at Jay Prince Jr. and the people that was around him. We already know what happened to Takeoff. We know exactly what happened to a lot of people who came out there and didn't check in. At the end of the day, it's a sad situation, man. But we know exactly how it's gonna turn out. I want y'all to let me know. Let me know down in the comment. Hey, let me know what y'all feel. Do y'all think that Duke the Jeweler, he was one of the main ones who actually, by him going out there, he made it to where the feds started looking at Jay Prince. Everybody who under them, man, them the same ones who thought that their name wasn't gonna get brought up, but they already got the evidence and they pulled over there the Fifth Ward. By them pulling the Fifth Ward, it goes to show who they looking for. It goes to show, hey, what's up, Dominic? Say there are a lot of people lost. We need to come together and build. This is sickening. We literally put, exactly. I already know. They saying the same thing. And I already know that Boosie, he looking at everything. You saw how he looked when the feds pulled up and started searching that black truck. That's the same black truck that left the scene. Like, come on now. Can't hide it. You can't, you can't even ignore what's going on because it's all a result of the way that they orchestrated themselves, man. They should have never did that to Duke. That was the wrong person to do it to. This is why they came back and started investigating them boys. But we already know it's a lot of people who they know exactly the reason Duke went out there. Regardless if Duke went out there to sell him a jury or if Duke just went out there to just take care of some business, go shopping, do whatever. Duke was out there with his people. His people should have spoke up, man. Yeah, he do got too much going on. Like, look, a lot of people kept saying, oh, yeah, they making Boosie look bad. Boosie made himself look bad. If you really look at it, it was Boosie Dice Game who he invited Duke to. If he would have never invited Duke to the Dice Game, nothing would have went down. I don't know why. Look, I don't even know why it had to end like that, but we know for a fact they should have never did that to Duke. Share this video, like real talk, because regardless of how they feel about it, the evidence is right here. The evidence, everybody who was at the scene, if you was at a scene right after something happened or before something happened, what you think they're gonna do? They're gonna come looking for everybody who was out there. Duke the Jeweler had his bags. Exactly, Dominic. He too old to be involved in this type of situation. We know, but this type of stuff, it happened time after time. You see Boosie whistling. Y'all saw it? He was whistling. And the dude kept looking over to the side every time he do that. But Jay Prince Jr., he was the main one. You feel me? He was across the table. He was batting. But a lot of them looked nervous back there, over there with them white shirts on. The dude with the purple hoodie tied around his waist, that was the main one who told Duke the Jeweler, hey man, go around on the other side of the table. you can shoot dice next to Jay Prince Jr. You see Duke instantly start betting. Once Duke the Jeweler started betting, everybody looked up. By them even looking up, it goes to show they knew exactly what was going on. They kept covering for Jay Prince Jr., just like Nikki said. They knew exactly what was going on. But we know that this is something that the feds, they're gonna continue to investigate. And the two people that they got, it's the same two people who they instantly they've been looking at these people for years. They wanted them to slip up and make the right move so that they can be able to get them. Like at the end of the day, we saw a chain of events happen ever since Takeoff got sent up. Exactly. Duke the Jew, hey, look, his girl, she must have knew something was going on because she was recorded the whole time. When Duke the Jeweler went out to that car to put that money up, that's when they stopped the recording. That's when they stopped. We already know exactly how they get out. But we know that this is something that, hey, look, the feds ain't gonna play no games. When them lawyers step in, y'all already know what's gonna happen. Duke the Jeweler, hey, look, his family not finna play no games. We already know exactly what's going on. Goes to show that it was a setup. Boosie ran right in that room and he instantly started going through the bags. You knew Duke the Jeweler had $1 million and more worth of jewelry in that bag. This is a sad situation, man. I would like to send my condolences out to Duke the Jeweler family. Nobody deserved to get did like this, but Duke the Jeweler, he was supposed to go there, sell that jewelry to Boosie, and go straight back to his hotel. Why didn't he make it back to the hotel? He didn't make it back to the hotel because they was plotting on him since he got there. This happened to a lot of people, but you can't really point an eye on if it's Jay Prince Jr. people who did it or was it Boosie people. It seemed like Jay Prince Jr. people, they had a little money. Boosie knew that Duke the Jeweler was winning a little bit of their money, but when you really look at it, it's really Boosie people who really ain't got no money and they looking for any lick and any come up that they can get.
Well, and going back to the fact that Duke the Jeweler's girlfriend may have known something was going on, it makes you wonder if this was something that was planned before they even took the trip. Because this video was very strategically recorded. It cuts off at certain points that could have shown evidence, could have shown people leaving the room, could have shown people sending hand-eye signals. And this is all the things that they're still trying to, is there another video out there? Is there more recordings out there? She couldn't have been the only one recording. A lot of people like to record these type of events just for the memory of it. So their feds are still investigating that piece, looking for more evidence, trying to figure out, do we have another angle on who left the room? Which direction they went? Was there a hand-eye signal sent off? There's still so much more to this that we just have no information on at this point, and we're gathering it as quickly as we can. And the feds are too, because we want to see, we want to see justice come for Duke the Jeweler. It's not fair that there are so many unanswered questions, and his family deserves to have these answers to the questions of who, what, when, where, and why. They went there to make a transaction. Boosie pulls him off to the side. Hey, come join this game. You should have been responsible for him at that point. He's your guest.
Exactly. And you never supposed to let nobody who you know that with you never supposed to let them go with no crowd, man. You never supposed to let them go to their car by themselves. You knew Duke had on all that jewelry. They wiped him down. They wiped Duke the Jeweler down. At the end of the day, the people that's with Boosie really ain't got no money. That's why they standing around. They ain't counting no money. Look at them. All Jay Prince Jr. homies out there, them the main ones with the money. Like, they ain't worried about the jewelry that Duke got on. It's the people that Boosie got with him. You see them? All them over there on that side. You see how they looking. They looking like they ain't got a dime in their pocket. But it's sad. This is a sad situation. This should have never happened like that.
True, Dominic. This is a sad man. I have children. I gave that life up 12 years ago. I lost a lot of good men to these streets. Enough is enough. My father died over 30 years and my grandfather died in prison. I broke the family curse. I'm proud of me and very good. It's just what it is. We've got to take that time to change the way we live life. These men, these young men, these older men, they're the example to our youth, and this is what they're teaching them. Boosie should have been protecting Duke the Jeweler. He was his guest. He knew he came out there without his bodyguards. He knew he came out there without protection. He's on an airline, a public airline at that. He didn't fly private. He can't keep his tools with him that he would normally use to protect himself. You're responsible for your guest. Period.
And regardless of how he look at it, a lot of people feel that this was a setup from the beginning. Did they plan this days in advance? Did they plan this before they got on the plane? Did they plan it? Did somebody who was with Duke the Jeweler like talk to Boosie and them and let them know that they was gonna make sure the job get done because somebody was paid off?
Oh, absolutely. Somebody was paid off. And then we got to keep looking at, there's a whole lot of controversy about J. Prince Jr. just to begin with. There's a lot of people that think they're covering up for him for different incidents. He doesn't have a clean street name. You hear his name and people go, ooh, because he's known to do things that shouldn't be done and then get away with it. Like, evidence paid off.
They said that Boosie paid $1 million to HPD.
Just to make the evidence disappear.
Yeah, just so his little cousin name wouldn't get mentioned in it.
Well, if we know anything from previous history in the last couple of years, evidence doesn't just disappear. It can resurface. And anybody who has that evidence and is willing to actually stand up and say, hey, here's what you need, like, kudos to them, because they will actually bring peace to this family.
But people already know exactly how it get down. They know for a fact you can't go to Houston and don't check in. Duke the Jeweler ain't check in not one time. And you mean to tell me Duke the Jeweler just gonna be able to get away with what he did? No, they don't take that too lightly. They take that very seriously. But at the end of the day, all they ass gonna end up going to jail from what they did. You can't set nobody up and think that it ain't gonna come back around. You can have the evidence all you want, but HPD, they already know for a fact the 5 people who was tied to Boosie set up Duke the Jeweler, them the same people mentioned in the subpoena that they did, you feel me, that the DA put out there. Like, at the end of the day, they disclosed all the information, man. And I know there's a lot of people who, oh, J. Prince Jr. did this, J. Prince Jr. that. Just like Trey said, J. Prince run Houston. So evidence is like, it could easily get swept under the rug regardless of what happened or what went down. Like, come on now.
When you feel like you're untouchable, you make mistakes. And that's just the bottom line. At some point in time, he's going to make the ultimate mistake and it's all going to come to light. There is no way that the answers are not going to come to light. They always do. What's done in the dark comes to the light. He may be untouchable right now and he may run Houston, but somebody somewhere is going to get tired of the crap that he's putting out there. And whether it's taken care of via the streets or via legally, it's going to come back around.
Yeah, you can't run from no indictment, and you can't try to hide nobody. Like, at the end of the day, they got down on Duke the Jeweler and they wiped him down before he even got a chance to even think about leaving. He was just trying to shoot dice so that he can make Boosie happy. Boosie the one that instantly, and this is coming straight from Atlanta. Like, the people in Atlanta, Boosie live in Atlanta. Same people out there said that Duke the Jeweler was supposed to lead that dice game when he started winning at first. By him winning that money and not being able to leave out the door so quick, they wanted their money back. You can't get mad at nobody for winning your money. Should have never shot dice. You should have never put your money on the table. The way that they kept looking at Boosie, every time he made them calls, it goes to show wasn't nothing really going down up in there until they felt that Duke the Jeweler. They really felt that Duke the Jeweler was winning their money. Once you win somebody money, somebody gonna want to gaffle back. People don't know about shooting dice, man. When you shooting dice, you gotta be prepared for whatever comes behind it. But a lot of people kept saying the dude with the phone in his hand. Y'all saw the dude with the phone in his hand? You see how he looked at Duke the Jeweler money. You see dude with the phone in his hand? He was recording. Yeah, he was on FaceTime recording the whole time. By him being on FaceTime, it goes to show somebody was gonna be waiting out there for Duke the Jeweler, man. They select who they, you feel me, mess with. They don't mess with everybody. They very selective, just like you said. They selective about the people that they, you feel me? It's basically like they pick they fight.
Oh, absolutely, because they got to feel like, you know, you're not going to just walk into the ring and not be ready. They got to feel like they can win that fight in order to pick that fight. You don't pick a fight you can't win.
Right.
But you don't pick a fight where you know there's 15 bodyguards standing right there.
But Duke the Jeweler, if he had bodyguards, they would have never pulled it.
Never. And that's why when you're at this level in life and you're at this status in life and your name is out there and you're dealing with this type of environment, don't travel alone. Even if they don't know that that's a bodyguard, don't travel alone.
Yeah, you're supposed to have your people with you because they was in that dice game. They shooting dice now. All them vultures standing around, man, and a lot of them didn't have money because you could tell that they weren't shooting dice because they just had their phones out. Some people was watching people's hands. Some people was trying to, you feel me? You see dude leaving out that back door, but if you look to the right, you see all the cameras. So it was cameras in the parking lot and everywhere else. Where did the footage go?
Exactly, and that's what I said. There's definitely more than just this angle. And why was the camera, you know, why this person leaving out is the person we captured and shot? Why this person?
Right. Why did they record him leaving out the place?
Out of everybody that has come in and out of that door, that's a bodyguard posted up right there. That's someone who's going to say, hey, you are not welcome here. Or, yeah, you could come in type of person. So you know there's constant flow. The cameras, there's at least 12 cameras on that screen. Where is all the footage? That compound is under every inch of surveillance.
But you see the people on the steps. It's people who was already on the steps getting the text messages, waiting for it to go down.
They posted up by the door ready to bounce out. At the end of the day, this was a setup. No matter which way you analyze this, no matter which way you point, left, right, up, down, why was this the shot of the person going out the door?
Exactly.
Out of it. Everybody else went in and out the door.
But Duke the Jeweler, his brother said that they ain't even want no cameras in the funeral. When they had the funeral, and Duke the Jeweler brother seemed like he was hurt behind it because he knew Duke only went out there to make a business move, but he got caught into shooting dice. You can't never get caught up into gambling when you know for a fact you're supposed to be out there making money, getting the money. You ain't supposed to be out there doing nothing unorthodox that you ain't supposed to be doing, man. Anything that you've been doing, then go out there and do that, like shopping. You feel me? Driving your rental car back and forth. They said when they searched the rental car showed that Duke the Jeweler was out there. You feel me? Like they ramshacked the car. They got it all on footage. Everything that they recorded in that parking lot, them was the same people who, you feel me? They was waiting out there for them. But why did people start going out of the dice game right before Duke the Jeweler left out?
And the game was hot and heavy. Nobody was done playing that game.
No, but once he went around there to J. Prince Jr.'s side, that's when everything got hectic because Boosie ain't nowhere in the scene. And if you really look at it, the two dudes who was with Boosie, Lil Cam and Boosie nephew, they not even in the footage no more. Look look, you can see it from the beginning. And the feds, they looked at all this and they kept saying like, where the other two dudes that look? You see the dude looking over to the side? You not finna look over to the side like that if ain't nobody call your name.
They pulling away from the table like they getting ready to walk out.
You see the dude with the white, and then you see J Prince Jr. talking to this dude. This dude with the white beater, they said that he was the one that did that to the rapper Takeoff. So if him and the other dude with the purple, you see the dude with the purple, the dude got on the purple hoodie. Look, watch this. Watch this. You finna see him. You see the dude with the purple hoodie? Mm-hmm. Everybody with the white shirts on, including the dude with the black white beat on, they disappear. Watch this. Man, keep watching. The same side of the table. They was setting up. Now Duke the Jeweler over on this side.
In the way that camera cut, it's kind of like it was cut off and then turned back on. Because
they didn't want to show Boosie was over there on the other side too. Look, I'm finna show you something. And look, you see the shorts Boosie got on, right? Mm-hmm. The Dolce and Gabbanas. Watch this. Watch when they cut that camera footage. They ain't want them to see that. Watch this. Look, right here. Boom. You see it? Mm-hmm. Them the same Dolce and Gabbana. You feel me? Yeah. On the that's the opposite side. Like, come on now. Why did they cut that footage? They didn't want to show what was going on and if Boosie was making any signals or anything. But look, you see the side Duke on now? Who's still holding the camera? Where them two dudes that was standing on the side of the dude with the blue at? Where the two dudes at? They gone. The two dudes, all the dudes with the white shirts and the dude with the black white beat on.
It's kind of like they invited him to the dice game to be able to contain the area in which he's in so they could control the situation. Okay? It wasn't a matter of him winning or losing their money because they were going to take all of it anyway. It started from the very beginning when they had him put his bags in a room. I'm not even acquainted to this area. Why am I leaving my stuff here?
Look, these the bags that he brought. What you think that was in them bags?
Mm-hmm. The product that he was going to sell to his customer. And to be specific, the jewelry he had made for his customer.
Yeah, because he already made him a piece. He ain't, Duke the Jeweler ain't come out there to take an order to go back to Chicago and make no pieces.
No, you had that conversation over the phone, even though we tried to say we never talked.
He already sent the design in.
Yeah.
They said that Boosie and J Prince Jr. and them sent the designs in. Everybody who was buying jewelry, they sent all the designs in so that they can be able to get you had the jewelry once Duke actually come back out here.
Now he might have been bringing just a simple prototype with him and do you want me to enhance this? Do you like the way it is? Blah, blah, blah. But it was still something he spent hours of work on. And I'm sure he used a good, product. So it's worth and valuable.
Yeah, and they got on the same clothes, man. Mm-hmm. Look, what he say? He said they make it easy for the feds. They do.
I mean, if you really look at it, yes. And if you have any type of analytics, it's a very sad situation. If they really take the time to break these videos down, they can catch everything that we're catching, literally right down to the break in the video. And honestly, I've watched this video a few hundred times just analyzing it. That's the first time I actually caught that was a cut in the video. The video was turned off. So as you're looking for videos, looking through the videos, I should say, you're going to catch different things every time. Imagine the amount of hours the feds have put into watching these videos and trying to catch everything that changes and is out of place. My question now, having watched this today, because again, I'm seeing something new. Why that door shot? Why that person walking out the door? Out of everybody that has possibly come in and out, why was that person the person you caught on video?
Exactly.
And why did the video cut?
But why would they even put themselves in a situation to the point where they'll make it seem like they ain't no dude? You got to understand. Because they made it seem like they ain't know him.
I'm innocent. Why would I want to put myself into that situation? I don't want to be put and made look guilty. I don't want to be put and make look I have a part of this. I'm gonna do everything I can to pull my name out of the pot.
And if you look at it, you see This thing on his shoulder.
Looks like dreads from
No,
here.
no. That's a blue hoodie. Now, if you rewind it back, who got a white beat on with a blue hoodie on? A towel. Who got a towel over their shoulder with a blue hoodie? The same dude who Duke the Jeweler took all his money. Duke just hit him on the dice. You think that they ain't gonna? You think he ain't mad? They just lost his money.
Well, you shouldn't gamble with money you can't lose. First off, but second of all, that's not the way you handle the situation, my dude.
Look, and the dude standing right next to Lil Cam. The dude that left out, so that means that Lil Cam left out before him. Lil Cam ain't leave out after him. Lil Cam left out first. Look, you can see it. Watch this. Look, watch this. Dude right on the side of Lil Cam and all them three dudes who with Boosie right there, them the same dudes who ain't in a shot no more. Mm-hmm. They not in the scene no more. Watch this. Watch this. Look, this where they cut the footage. Look, boom. Cut the footage.
Yep.
Watch this. Who left out before him? Who left out because the door was already open? The door was already open. Who left out before him? Did them three dudes with the white shirt leave out before him? And then Duke the Jew. Come on now. And then Lil Cam left out. They know what they did. They opened the doors for this, man. Mm-hmm. You can't never put yourself in a situation that you can't get yourself up out of. But everybody know for a fact how Boosie them get out. But look at the girl on the phone.
Yeah.
I wish I could zoom in. Look at the girl on the man. Look at the girl on the phone. Who she talking to?
There's so many unanswered questions. There really is.
Look. Security. If you look at the security that's at the door, he not looking at the dude that's walking out. He looking at no. He looking at somebody that's outside that door. The door is wide open. Who he looking at out there? Look. You see?
But as this goes on, he actually pushes the door shut the rest of the way.
Yeah. Who he looking at? Like real talk, they bogus for what they did. Ain't no way. All them dudes was just in that dice game. Look what he said. Look, it said she talking to dude who left.
Could be. Very well possible. Hey, this is what's going on right now. They're making this move, etc. It could be somebody that's on the inside playing it down. So, hey, he's getting ready to walk out the door.
Exactly. What's she on the phone talking about, though? Mm-hmm. Look at you feel me? She looking at Duke the Jeweler. And notice how they said right before. Look, boom. You see what Duke was, right? Mm-hmm. Now, look at her looking directly over there. She talking to somebody. She letting them know, yeah, he's still shooting dice. This is how they set Duke up.
If it wasn't already pre-planned. Because there's still that lingering in the air. This could have all been pre-planned from the beginning just to make it look like an everyday situation. We were just there playing dice.
Right.
The easiest testimony, right? I got all these witnesses around me. I was just sitting there playing dice. I stepped outside to smoke something, whatever. It could have been planned just that. Or it could be, hey, I'm pissed off. He took all my money. Watch him. Let me know when he come outside. It could have went either way.
They knew exactly what was going on, man. It was too many people in there. And as you can see, Duke the Jeweler girlfriend, she was the one with the pink on outside. She was the one outside with the pink on. They knew what they did. They bogus for doing that to Duke. The way that they did it, hey, look, it just make it too obvious. Y'all ain't even try to cover y'all tracks or hide nothing that was going on. Hey, regardless of how they look at it, them guys set Duke up, man. They thought that they was gonna get away with it. Why is the dude walking out the door after Duke just took all his money? You think he ain't mad?
You know he's pissed off.
Look, see Duke right there. But then as you go back, you see the girl looking right over there at Duke. And then as you go forward, As you go forward, look where Duke at. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Look how they do the camera. Look, you see where old girl at.
Mm-hmm.
You see how she watching. Look, you see the girl on the side, and then look when the video start going. Look where Duke at, and look what a girl looking at. She was letting everybody who was outside waiting on Duke the Jeweler, which probably could have been Lil Cam. It probably could have been Boosie nephew, them other two dudes with the white shirts who was standing right by dude who kept looking his head to the side with the dreads. Duke the Jeweler ain't know what was coming for him, man.
He had no way of knowing. He's thinking he's out there just to do a simple transaction and head home. And that's where, like, I still think that the dice game was a distraction. I think the dice game was a way to lure him in and get him into an environment they could control.
Get him vulnerable. Look, these same guys who right here on the side of J. Prince Jr., they not there no more. Watch this. Watch. Of course, they gonna try to act cool. They said the dude with the red hoodie on, that was one of the dudes who was standing right next to Boosie. Like, come on now. Everybody knew what was going to look. This the scene that they cut off.
Mm-hmm.
They signaled dude and them to leave out. Mm-hmm. Look. Who record? You feel me? Who got that camera? Soon as dude leave out that door, that's when Duke the Jeweler, he instantly started betting some more. But they start zooming in. Look how they start zooming in. Look how they start zooming. Soon as dude who Duke the Jeweler just took his money. Look, Duke standing right there. Duke know he just hit them. Duke got on the Cartier glasses, man. 20,000. Duke got on his chain, his jewelry. He got his bags in Boosie room. And he got all that money in his pocket. What you think was going to happen after that?
And you know he didn't travel empty-handed. You know he
no.
Money. There's probably more money in his bag even, along with the product for Boosie. It was a right picking for them.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it was. And again, picking their target. He's out of town. He's nobody the locals are gonna really miss. It's not gonna be, what happened? What happened? No, that's gonna go back where his hometown is.
That's sad. I feel that Duke the Jeweler should have never got did like that, man. If you could see what Boosie doing, look, he whistling. Mm-hmm. Next thing you know, look a dude across the table. Look, he lift his head up like, hold on.
What was that? What signal was that? Yeah.
Lift his head up like, wait, hold on. Boosie just called me. Look, you see him? Mm-hmm. Lean his head to the side. I'm gonna rewind that back. There's something that, look, ain't nobody finna lift their head up that quick after you start whistling like that. Look.
It's a random whistle.
Look. And look, he on alert. He looking past Duke the Jeweler over there at Boosie. Yep. He looking past Duke the Jeweler like, hold on. What happened? He ain't got, and then you see how he stepped back? Mm-hmm. He ain't got no money. Look, watch how he step back. So suspicious. Look, because he see that camera. Yeah. Look, he stepped back like with the camera. Look, hey, look, y'all. Look how he stepped back with the camera. Look. Watch this. You see him? He stepped back with the camera. Yeah. Look. Yeah. Look what he said. Look what Trey said.
Mm-hmm. When Boosie whistled, everybody was looking over there at Duke. Absolutely. Whatever he's taught his team, that's their hey, you're on alert.
Get on point. Come on now, ain't nobody finna lift their head up that quick like that for no reason. Come on now, look. He wasn't even looking at over there. Look, he looked over there quick, like he got a nervous.
Chilling, like, oh, is this over yet? When's the alert coming? That's his body language.
Like he waiting on like he waiting to get on point.
He got his hand in his pocket or pant line, whatever, and then his other hand's free and kind of fidgety.
Look at his finger. Y'all see his fingers on the dice table? He like, come on now, that man. Hey, look, that's what you call nervous. Mm-hmm. He know that he about to try to do something. That's crazy. Like they too suspicious, man. Just like he said, the world's most dumbest criminals, man. They put themselves out there like this, and this is why it all coming back on them, man. Yeah, everyone looked at Duke, just like he said. He's scared to be all the way in the camera. But whoever got that camera, look, I'm gonna just show y'all something. Whoever got that camera, Boosie ain't scared to stand by him. Boosie ain't look at the camera not one time.
Well, and who's that female just chilling? Literally. Go over.
You talking about old girl? Wait.
Go the other way.
What girl? Wait.
Her. See how relaxed she is? You can tell she's just there. She's enjoying what's going on. She's just watching and observing. Versus how fidgety everybody else is. Whether they're losing money, whether they're waiting on a signal, whoever she is, she's not in the loop of what's going on. She's calm, she's collect, she's just sitting here chewing her gum and watching the game.
Exactly.
Ain't moved a budge.
Boosie, whoever recording this video, Boosie ain't scared to stand by them. And you already know Boosie would have been looking at them the whole time, making sure they don't try to.
Because he feels like he's got himself disconnected from the situation. He's keeping himself on video. He's keeping himself with an alibi. No, I had his stuff in my room. It was secure. You see me here at the dice game. You see me sitting here betting and doing this and doing that. We're all chilling and laughing and talking. You see me. Wasn't me. This is an alibi.
And everybody who's sitting there shooting dice, they knew Duke was an outsider. They know that Duke ain't from Houston. You think Duke ain't... What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, man? Before he started shooting dice, you think Duke just came from outside, don't nobody know him, and just came in and started shooting dice with all these people?
Well, you know they would have known on his dialect and his voice and his accent, because I don't care where you're from, you grow up in your environment.
And everybody know who from Chicago and who not, just by how you talk.
Yep.
You think Duke the Jew ain't check in with J. Prince Jr.?
I'm sure he did, because he was part of the transactions.
And he was standing right on the other side of him.
So that's just another excuse.
Hey, that's crazy. Just like they said, absolutely. Man, hey, they should have never got down on Duke like that, because everything all goes to show Boosie was trying to make it to where he have an alibi and keep himself out of the dice game. You see, Duke the Jeweler standing right next to Boosie, but Boosie not shooting dice. If you really pay attention to it. Oh, I wasn't involved in it. I wasn't even shooting dice.
I'm just here.
I'm just here.
But you see me there. You see I ain't got nothing going on.
So it won't make it seem like he was outside.
Exactly.
Or make it seem like he was watching the cameras from the back end.
And in a whistle, here's the beauty of a whistle, and I whistle sometimes to let out steam. A whistle could be a signal. A whistle could be just, I'm just whistling. Or, woo, someone just hit on that dice game whistle. Is what they could be like, that's all that whistle was. It wasn't nothing else. But the way that everybody around him responded to that whistle is what says it's something other than that.
And if you really look at what J. Prince Jr. said, it really makes it seem like kind of suspicious. Watch this.
Associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation, because I went to Lil Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
Wait, if you never knew who he was and you never met him before, you mean to tell me you gonna be at a dice game shooting dice right across from somebody, and then watch what happened right here. Watch what happened right here. Watch this. Duke the Jeweler is by Boosie right now. Watch how the tables turn. Watch how the tables turn. Who Duke the Jeweler standing right next to? Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder. But then when you go back,
associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
Wait, how you had no idea who he is, but you standing right on the side of him, shoulder to shoulder, where y'all down there touching each other, y'all shirts touching each other.
I never knew people to be that comfortable with someone they ain't met before.
You can't be that comfortable with nobody you ain't ever met before. Why is he standing right next to you? And then, from what they kept saying, they kept on bringing up the video. Now, this is what shocked everybody right here. They kept bringing up this.
Hey, the internet, y'all got us all the way up, man. We met that dude, Duke the Jeweler, the night before. We was gambling. The next day, dude.
So you met him while you was gambling. That's your party. So you met him the night you was gambling, and he was about to make a piece for you. How was he about to make a piece for somebody who he don't know?
Now, if I recall correctly, there's another video that counteracts all of that they had already talked about the piece that was going to be made. So, which one is it?
Followed us to the concert. When we left out the concert, we under the garage. Dude went to his car by himself and walked down to the parking lot.
How you know what he did?
You was.
How do you was? Come on now, if he walked somewhere by himself, how do you know what he did? How? Who told you? A witness told you? Is that all that the witness told you?
Or video footage that's disappeared told you?
Exactly. Come on now.
That's when somebody tried to rob him and kill.
How you know somebody tried to rob him? But it never was reported. it never got reported though.
If you innocent, why wouldn't you have been like, hey, I got a situation over here on such and such and I need some help?
Why would you care so much about somebody who you don't know? How do you know all the details of something that happened to somebody who you don't know? And then you turn around, I don't mean to cut you off, you turn around and say,
what the hell my 19-year-old cousin gonna try to rob and kill somebody? Bro, we getting...
Look, this why he tried to rob and do that to somebody. Right because of this. Look at him. Look, you see him? That's why. Look. That's why. You see how he looking? Look at his eyes. Look, he ain't got the eye. Look how he looking.
He looking right past him to Boosie.
Come on now. Notice how the dude with the white shirt on, with the dreads, he didn't want to stand on the side with Boosie. Why you not standing next to Boosie?
He's standing at the corner angle of the table where you can literally see everybody's face. Is where he's standing. He's seeing where he can literally observe the whole room. But look, let's call it for what it is. Let's call it for what it is. We're rich, we're famous, we got it, right? Do I just invite somebody to my house I don't know?
You don't get to no dice game, and I don't care. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You don't invite nobody to. You don't meet nobody at a dice game, and they were supposed to be making a piece for you, and then turn around and say, "Yeah, they follow him to the parking lot." Okay, if you knew all this and he was finna make a piece for you, why you ain't doing more to actually get justice for this man? Like at the end of the day, but you don't know him. Hey, I appreciate that super chat, Dominic. Hey, man, appreciate you, Dominic. Real talk.
Exactly. This is the case of a spoiled brat with no accountability. Jay Prince Jr., wow. And that sums it up. That says it all right there because, again, I'm untouchable.
And you didn't know him.
Associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Boosie pool party.
Notice how he threw Lil Boosie name up in there. Let him know, to let everybody know it ain't just me. Don't say me. Don't say me. Say Lil Boosie. You feel me? This is why. This is why this is why he went on the podcast. Why would you go on the podcast to try to clear something up and you don't know the dude? You should have just fell back.
We're trying to get the heat off of us. At the end of the day, I resort back to there's over 20 cameras on that compound. There is footage on every inch of that property. You are a rapper. You live this crazy life. You are constantly worried about your self-preservation and security. There's video they have not released, and they don't want to release it because it's going to incriminate them. Otherwise, they'd have been like, here you go, officer. Here's everything you need. If you had nothing to do with it, you have nothing to hide.
So Boosie and Jay Prince Jr. saying that they didn't know this man, but he was finna make jewelry for y'all. Come on, how could you do somebody like that you invited? That makes everything you got going on not credible. Your word ain't credible. If you ain't got your words and your balls, you is nothing. Like at the end of the day, can't nobody trust you.
Y'all are trying to make it almost seem like Duke the Jeweler was hunting out business. Duke the Jeweler didn't need to hunt out business. You came to him. He didn't go to you. He didn't need to sit there and go, hey, I make jewelry. Would you like some? He didn't need to do that.
And how could he do that while he's shooting dice?
Well, no.
So, no, how could he tell Boosie that he want to make some jewelry for him? Or how could Boosie ask him, hey, man, you'll make a piece of me? How do you know he make jewelry if you don't know this motherfucker?
It goes way before we ever got to the day of him landing in town.
How can you have somebody making you jewelry and you or Jay Prince Jr. don't know him, but y'all the two top dogs up in the room? So y'all just letting anybody in y'all dice games,
Nope.
not knowing if they gonna go and tell or not? Come on now, no, dude came out there with them bags. Y'all wiped them down. Y'all took everything. And that dude that was standing across that table, he the first suspicious person in the whole video. Soon as the video start, what do you see? Look, what do you see? I want you to tell me what you see. What do y'all see? Look, you see Boosie do a little call, and you see dude look over to the side.
Yeah.
But don't nobody know nobody. How Boosie don't know the dude, but he's... See, this is why I say people some liars, man. People be lying their ass off, man. Watch this. Boosie is right on the shoulder. Boosie lips is right by dude's hair.
We too comfortable with each other.
But you don't know him.
Yeah.
So you just met the dude at the dice game and you that close to him?
I don't buy it.
If you meet anybody at a dice game, you gonna, hey, what's up, man? And you gonna keep it moving. You gonna keep it trucking. Like at the end of the day, you gonna keep being your feet, man. Like at the end of the day, bro.
And then they tried to say he won like 100,000, I think it was that night.
Yeah.
He damn lucky. He damn lucky.
Yeah, because Duke the Jeweler was coming out there for one thing and they made him do another. Look what Boosie said.
Hey, the internet, y'all got us all the way up, man. We met that dude, Duke the Jeweler, the night before. We was gambling. The next day, dude followed us to the concert.
So he just followed. So he followed y'all. So he just appeared. I'm just break something down. He just magically appeared with his bags at your dice game. He ain't trying to sell you no jewelry or nothing. He don't know nobody in the dice game. He just magically appeared at your pool party. Start trying to sell you some jewelry. No, he came there instantly to shoot dice, right?
That's what he came down for.
He just came to Houston to shoot dice at a dice game that he don't know nobody at. Nobody knows him. And then all of a sudden he told you he was gonna make some jewelry for you. You sound like you lying, Boosie.
When we left out the concert, we under the garage. Dude went to his car by himself and walked down to the parking lot. That's when somebody tried to rob him and killed the dude. What the hell my 19-year-old cousin gonna try to rob and kill somebody? Bro, we getting money, man. We getting money. That ain't our stilo. As a boss, I ain't letting that go down like that, man. This dude finna make me a piece.
That's where you messed up at right there. Look what you said at first. Look what you said at first.
We met that dude, Duke the Jeweler, the night before.
You met him the night before and then turn around and say,
gonna try to rob and kill somebody. Bro, we getting money, man. We getting money. That ain't our stilo. As a boss, I ain't letting that go down like that, man. This dude finna make me a piece.
how he was finna make you a piece and you just met him the night before, but everybody at the dice game say they don't know him?
Don't add up to me. It don't add up to me. I think there was already a pre-conversation because I feel like the way it was presented before, he already had the piece. He already had the piece in his bag. He was there to sell the piece, not make the piece.
How could he make a piece and he nowhere near his shop?
Exactly. And Duke already had a name for himself. Again, he did not need to go fishing for customers. He could kept his clientele in his little hometown and been fine. He wasn't hurting.
And look what J. Prince Jr. said.
Associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
How you had no idea who he is and you never met him before, but y'all shooting dice together comfortably with a person you don't know and never met before?
Now, body language gives everything away. And for someone who specializes in reading body language, there's a whole story to tell. There's a whole story right there at that table. It never gets spoken. Not one word of it is spoken. But the triggers, the little sounds coming out, the little eye contact, the eyes darting to the left, all of it speaks. The fidgeting, just the waiting for. And then the convenience of the cutoff of the computer or of the camera in that moment when they switch sides on the table. Jay Prince and Prince Jr. didn't let anybody come in that state without checking in. Exactly. They knew he was there. So they knew who he was. Because that's not a, hey, I'm here. That's a, hey, I'm coming conversation.
Uh-huh.
It's not a, hey, knocking at your front door. By the way, I'm here to check in. That's not how that works. It's a, hey, I'm going to be there on Monday.
Come on now. And you mean to tell me that you finna let somebody stand that close to you and you got on all that jewelry
And you don't know him.
and you don't know him?
Yeah,
You never met him a day in your life.
Yeah, right.
You don't know him from a can of paint.
Hey, go sell the London Bridge to somebody in Arizona. Like, come on.
Like it don't make sense. And I'm covering this case every single day from now on. I don't care what nobody say. I'm covering this case and I'm going live every single day until we solve this case.
The body language speaks louder than any words ever could. Exactly. Ray Charles.
Did you see that? Exactly.
Like, come on. But people are real quick to watch a video and move on. Watch a video and move on. Nobody sits down and analyzes and breaks down and watches eye contact, watches the lips move, but no words come out. You know, nobody sits there and watches the little tap on the cheek type stuff. They don't sit there and watch the body language. But body language tells a whole bigger story than someone's words ever could. I might only need to say one word, and that word is a code word that's going to send everybody off.
Exactly. And just like, look, I'm going to show everybody how it is and how deep this situation is. Watch this. Watch this. And I'm going to break it down for y'all exactly how they supposed to been broke it down when it first happened. Watch this. I'm going to share the screen. Look at this. We gonna go, since they ain't know Duke and Duke ain't know them, we gonna go to Duke page. Who Duke on the page? Who Duke posting on his page? Who Duke posting on his page?
Just out of nowhere.
What did he post on his page? This what Duke posted on there. Come on now. Look at him in the comments. Monetize. Come on now. Look what Duke posted. Look at dude leaving out there. They posted the dude leaving out the door. Mm-hmm. Come on now. Where look Cam them at in this video? Where Boosie nephew and them at in this video? They ain't nowhere to be found. This is at the look. This when Duke started winning all their money. You look at this big dude looking down at Duke hand. Mm-hmm. Duke don't know nobody. Remember? Yep. Duke don't know J Prince Jr. Nobody. Look how J Prince Jr. looking. J Prince Jr. look like he lost all his money. He ain't got no money in his hand. And look at the dude behind J Prince Jr. that look like his security, his bodyguard. Mm-hmm. Look how he looking at J Prince Jr. like, what you want me to do about this?
J Prince looking like, damn, man.
Exactly. That's how J Prince Jr. looking. And I thought this dude already had left out the dice game. You remember he walked out that door? He had that on. He came back in with the shirt not on his shoulder, mm-hmm. with the towel. You see him?
Yeah. So they done already went outside
and set everything up.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Too many people around for them not to have had set that man up. They bogus for doing that to Duke, man. They knew what they did, man. And all of it goes to show what J Prince Jr. and Boosie was saying was a lie.
Don't put us in nothing with no bad low. It's bad low, man. Me a piece. This dude finna make me a piece. Like that, man. This dude finna make me a piece. Finna make me a piece. Dude finna make me a piece.
He finna make you a what? But Jay
associating me with that Duke the Jeweler situation because I went to Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is.
And then you go back to it. He's standing right next to J Prince Jr. But I don't think everybody caught that right there. Look how dude right there look up at Duke the Jeweler hand. You see him try to be slick with it? Because you see Duke the Jeweler ain't on that other side yet. Look. You see how dude lift his head up? Look. Watch this. You see him? But if this one thing everybody missed. Right here. Look at this. Look at J Prince Jr. He got money in his hand. You see him? You see him counting all them hundreds? This J Prince Jr., you see that beard. You see the beard, right? Okay. Okay. Now, if we go back to this, what do J Prince Jr. got on him? Look, what do J Prince Jr. got in his hand? Nothing.
This is a different timestamp.
Yeah.
It's a different timestamp. Old dude's done come back. He don't got his towel with him. They watching and observing now. J Prince has not got a few bands in his hands anymore. This is a way different timestamp. And they not betting, piles of money. They're betting a couple hundred at a time. So there's no way his hand just emptied out that fast.
Come on now.
Empty.
Like, hey, man. Hey, look. If y'all tuned in, man, tune in again tomorrow, man, because we going live at 1 o'clock. I know, hey, look, we going live at 1 o'clock. RIP Duke the Jeweler, man. Hey, look. Hey, and thank you, Dominic, hey, for that super chat, man. Hey, hope it be more super chats tomorrow, too. So, hey, look, we gonna get to it tomorrow, y'all. We ain't even scratched the surface yet. We gonna break this down fully tomorrow. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel.